at the crossroads. This offseason will reveal how seriously owner Jerry Jones truly is about building a championship team. The Cowboys have talent. They have star power, but talent alone does not win championships. Smart decision, bold moves, and financial strategy are required. And this year, Dallas has an opportunity to be aggressive. Right now, Cowboys appear to be in the difficult financial situation, and they are reportedly over the salary cap by more than $29 million. On the surface, that looks troubling. However, the reality is very different because of the way contracts are structured for many key players. Dallas has an enormous flexibility. Through the contract structures, the Cowboys could create more than $100 million in salary cap space. That would give them more financial power than almost any other team in the NFL this season. This is where things become interesting. Restructuring contracts allow the team to move salary cap charges into future seasons. It is a strategy that can be risky because it creates financial pressure later, but it also allows teams to go all in the present moment. The Philadelphia Eagles have used this strategy successfully in recent years. They have reached to the Super Bowl multiple times by aggressively managing their contracts and constantly refreshing their roster. If the Cowboys decide to follow that path, they could transform themselves into one of the most aggressive teams in the league this year. The big question is simple. Will Jerry Jones choose to be bold? The opportunity is here and is there. The financial tools are available, but it takes courage to push money into the future for the sake of the winning now. Cowboys fans want action. They want urgency. They want front office that behaves like a team ready to compete for the championship, not one that plays itself. One of the biggest discussions surrounding the Dallas involves the potential blockbuster trade. There are growing debate about whether Cowboys should consider trading wide receiver George Pickens in exchange for defensive star Max Crosby of the Las Vegas Raiders. At the first glance, trading talented wide receiver like Pickens may seem shocking. Pickens is coming off a strong season and has shown explosive playmaking ability. He can stretch the field and create excitement on the offense. However, the Cowboys must ask difficult question. Is this the recent production sustainable? And does the team need more help elsewhere? Must Crosby represent something the Cowboys desperately need? He is a consistent pass rusher. He disrupts quarterbacks. He changes game from the defensive side of the ball. In recent season, Dallas has struggled to generate steady pressure when it matters most, and adding a player like Crosby would instantly upgrade the defense and bring balance to the roster. Football championships are often built on the defense. When the playoffs arrive, control the line of the scrimmage become critical. For the Dallas and the Raiders, such trade could also make sense. They are expected to draft a new franchise quarterback. A young quarterback benefits greatly from having a reliable number one wide receiver. George Pickens could become that player. He would give the offseason immediately credibility and excitement. From the Dallas perspective, trading Pickens at peak value might be the smartest long-term decision if it strengthens the defensive in a meaningful way. Of course, trades are only part of the question and equation. Free agency is approaching quickly. Dallas must decide how active they want to be in the signing outside talents. Several potential targets could help address weakness. Cornerback depth has been a concern. Running back production has fluctuated. The team needs consistency on the defense. Smart free agent signings can fill gaps without relying entirely on the draft. Linebacker Devin Bush is one name mentioned as possible addition after a productive season with the Cleveland. He rebreathed his value. He recorded more than 100 tackles and made impact plays, including interception returned for the touchdowns. Signing a player like Bush could strengthen the middle of the defense and provide leadership. He is still young and could fit into the system that needs speed and physicality. Another interesting situation involves the offensive line. The Cowboys must decide between interior linemen T.J. Bass and Brock Hoffman. Both players offer versatility. Both have proven capable of stepping in with injury occur. However, Hoffman appears to be the safer choice. He has played in every game over the past 3 seasons and has shown durability. Depth along the offensive line is critical in long National Football League season. Injuries are inevitable. Teams that survive them are usually the one which with reliable backups. Beyond the free agents and trades, 2026 draft will be a major role in shaping the future. There is debate about whether the Cowboys should prioritize having 2-year first-round selection instead of acquiring multiple picks within a top 100 selection. For the team with many needs, having 4 top 100 picks may be more variable. It increases the chances of adding multiple young contributors, especially between picks 20 and picks 14 may not be dramatic. That makes dry trading down as appealing strategy. The defense remains the central concern, and recent Super Bowl results have once again shown that elite defense wins championships. Dallas must rebreed that identity. That means improving the pass rush, strengthening the secondary, and adding depth at linebacker. Offense sells tickets, but defense wins playoffs games. The Cowboys cannot ignore that reality any longer. This offseason feels different. There is urgency in the air. The fan base senses that the window for contention cannot remain open forever. Star players are not young forever. Financial flexibility does not last forever. At some point, a decision must be made to push forward aggressively or accept mediocrity. The coming months will define the direction of the franchise. If Jerry Jones uses the available cap flexibility, explore bold traders like a potential move for Max Crosby, strengthening the defense through free agents, and maximize draft capital, the Cowboys could rematch as legitimate contender. If they hesitate, the cycle disappointment may continue. Cowboys' opportunity is real. Resources are available. The question is simple but powerful. Will the Cowboys finally take an aggressive path toward a championship, or will another season pass without potential left unrealized? This offseason is not just about contract or draft picks. It is about identity, it is about commitment, and most of all, it is about whether one of the most famous franchises in professional sports is ready to act like dreamed about Crosby wearing the Cowboys uniform. Last year, during the trade deadline period, his name was heavily connected to the Dallas. Now conversation has returned, but this idea is different. Instead of simply adding Crosby, the Cowboys would have to give up George Pickens, one of their top offensive weapons. This would be a rare star trade. It forces the front office to make difficult decisions. If we want to seriously consider this trade, we must answer several important questions. Question 1. Who is better player? Let us start with the individual talent and performance. Max Crosby has been one of the most consistent defensive players in the league. Every single year since he entered the National Football League, he has produced strong results. he has recorded at least 7 sacks in each of his 7 seasons. That is impressive consistency. Crosby is 28 years old. That means he is still his athletic prime. Last season, even while playing through knee injury, he recorded 10 sacks. That shows toughness and durability. His achievements include 5 consecutive Pro Bowl selections. Being selected to the Pro Bowl 5 years in a row proves that coaches, players, and fans recognize his impact. Max Crosby is also known for relentless effort. He pressures that quarterbacks consistently. Offensive line struggle to block him and quarterback fear him. Now let's talk on the George Pickens. Pickens is 24 years old. He is young and still developing. Last season was his breakout year. He finished 2025 season with 93 receptions, 1,429 receiving yards, and 9 touchdowns. Those are elite numbers. Pickens has incredible athletic ability. He makes spectacular catches. He stretches the fields. His speed and body control creates big plays. Because he is young, his ceiling may be higher than Crosby. However, Crosby's already finished the product. He has proven himself year for year. Pickens is rising, but Crosby has already established dominance. This trade is like choosing between a powerful hurricane and a glowing tornado. One is already destructive and proven, and other might become even stronger. Question 2. Which position is more valuable? In modern football, pressuring the quarterback is extremely important. Elite edge rusher affect every defensive snap. They force quarterbacks to throw power quickly. This disrupts timing. They create turnovers. They change the game plans. Wide